going on, everybody? Welcome into Watcher Reviews.
Yeah. Oh, well, you can't even finish the damn thing. Yeah, we're back with another fire one. Oh, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to become part of the tribe. Do us right. Hit that like and comment because you are loving the content. Now, this is wild. This is wild. This is out of control. I don't think we ever started a What You Heard. Literally, so just for the people, man, we be joking around every time before we get on the show, and this dude was like, hey, welcome back. You know what I mean? So we in here,
We
man.
in here. We doing it. We got Noname.
Mm-hmm.
Project name is Sundial.
Sundial. Yes.
Let's dive into this project.
Let's get into it, man.
Project. Is it a project? I don't understand what Sundial means, bro. Just from listening to it and going through the lyrics and stuff like that.
Right.
Honestly, man, what I really thought was like when I first heard Sundial, I was like, oh, is there 12 tracks on here? That'd be fire.
Mm-hmm.
There's not. There's 11.
Right.
So, which is fine. But I will say this. I don't understand what Sundial means, right? I'd have to get that probably explained to me because I honestly, man, I don't know.
Yeah, we definitely have to look it up.
But.
And for all the people that are sitting there, you guys should have looked it up. Like, no, we just listened to the project.
Right. And then, but I will say, musically, it is a project. It is very much in this vein of, I think it's very drum heavy, right?
It is.
You know.
Definitely has some.
Like this jazzy drum.
Jazz, yes.
Very jazzy drum style, you know?
Jazzy. All over.
I love it. It is my favorite thing about this album.
So this project, for sure, in the vein of Sundial, I don't know. We would have to go check it out. But to your point, it's very poetic. It's very jazzy. Mm-hmm. And if anybody has ever listened to Noname, either on a feature from her past projects, she raps in a poetic flow all the time. Like it doesn't matter what track she's on, which is why I love what she does sometimes. And then sometimes I'm like, I could have needed, we'll get into that. But it's definitely jazzy, definitely poetic. So when it comes to a project from that sense, to your point, it is a project.
Right. The flow of it, man. I think the flow is done very well.
Right along with it.
Yeah, I'm with it. I like the way the features are spread out along here.
Yep.
It starts with her, and then we get into a couple features, and then it's a little bit more of her.
Yep.
And then it ends with a couple features. I really, it is. It's a really nice flow.
It is.
It goes really
sonically,
well. Yeah,
beat-wise,
everything is just laid out really well.
For sure.
So I can't really knock the flow at all.
No, I'm with you. I mean, you know, like you say, a couple of features here and there, sprinkle, couple of features, sprinkle. So, and definitely has some big hitters on some of these features, and then some not so, you know, quote unquote A-list, but people that do their job really come in, provide a little change to some of these songs. Yeah. Flow's pretty good.
Yeah. Standouts, man. What do we got for standouts?
Go ahead. It's on you.
I'll go first. I'll do potentially the interlude.
Ooh.
I really like this. I like the message of this as well.
Okay.
It's you know, you say you love me, but you actually love me for the potential that I might have instead of actually just loving me. You know, really cool. Really, as a matter of fact, I'll go even the next song down, which is Namesake. And I really think Namesake should have been the title of, just think about this real quick. No name, Namesake. I think it would have been a dope title to this album would be Namesake. It's so... She's got a very strong, heavy, like, I wouldn't even say political, but it is kind of political belief, and there's a lot of she's just talking her shit. Let's just say what it is, you know. And it's a beautiful thing, man. Like, just say it. That's what art is supposed to be, right?
Yep.
You just talking your thing, you get in and out, and you're letting people experience it.
Yes.
Right? And so I think Namesake is another one, right? Because she calling out people. She calling out things. The military industrial complex in Namesake, right? And then calling out certain hip-hop artists, R&B artists, and stuff like that going...
NFL.
You guys
the
say...
Super Bowl.
You guys say you part of this, but then you part
Come
of this.
on, man.
You know, so very interesting. Then I will say my next standout is Oblivion. I love the way this ends. It ends on such a good, interesting note. And then also it features Common in here, man.
Right.
And I really like his verse, man. Common's just one of those dudes, man, that just you know Common, man.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get a cool,
we talking about
dope,
we talking about
fire
one of the goats.
reverse
sure.
verse. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Anyways, that's my 3 standouts.
I like it. I've got two of your 3 on on my list as well. I'll start it off with 2 of the ones that you had. Namesake for sure. And and when you said that, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Namesake feels like it should have been the name of the album.
It really
because
does.
She's really saying, this is who I am, and I am not going to conform. I'm not going to change for anybody. And this is the message throughout the album. It's not just this song. It's just on this song is where she's like, she's attacking people for doing the opposite. And I think she does it very well. Yes. Oblivion, great way to end an album. She's killing it. Like really rapping, saying some real shit. And then Common, Ione just really come in and add that little sprinkle, that sauce that you need. And then my third one would be Beauty Supply. I love Beauty Supply for the message, the vibe of it. She's singing, but it has that vibe of like, I'm kicking it in the crib and I'm thinking about this topic and I'm just kind of like mopping, I'm sweeping. And I'm thinking about the beauty supply store, but the message in Beauty Supply of talking about what beauty really means to women and Black women, and kind of, the wigs and all this extra additive stuff. It's super dope, but she puts it in such a like cute little box, if you will, like the beauty supply. You know what I mean? So it's very vibey, it's very fun, but the message is very strong in that one.
Cool, man. And then we have replayability. This is probably a little bit lower for me, man. And the reason is that it is very heavy, right? She's talking about some real stuff, man, and it's also that, but it's also the jazz out. I love jazz. But I can only listen to jazz for a little bit. Yep. You know what I mean? So I really like the music.
They're gonna kill us.
But am I going to want to listen to this all the time? That's seriously, man. Like, it really just comes down to that. Like, it's really good song. I just don't want to necessarily listen to this all the time.
They're gonna kill us. They're gonna kill us. They're gonna kill us because I agree with you. It is a dope album. And there's no way to not pay attention to the lyrics because it's the way she provides it.
It's so front and center.
Yeah, it really is. Sure. Like, the beats are killer on this, and she destroys them in a great way. But if you're riding in your car, you really got to be in kind of a mode in a great way. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's just that she's really spitting like, and the messages, there's big messages across every single song. There's no song that has like, it's just, let's just kind of chill. I mean, kind of, maybe if you talk about Boom Boom, but even in Boom Boom, like, it's still bars and a message. Right. So, replay, he's probably about a 4 or 5 for me on the replayability. It had to be, again, let's pick out these certain ones that I want to vibe to. Right. That's what it would be.
Is it a vibrant thing, man? Is it a vibe, dude? Is it a vibe? I actually would say no. It's not really necessarily a vibe. it just doesn't have that quality to that. Whether you take that as a negative or not, I'm not saying it's bad. It just doesn't necessarily, to me, have a really strong vibe to it.
Yeah.
You know, something you can vibe to while clean. It's a mood thing. This is a really mood-based album. So you got to be in the mood for it. And you got to be wanting to listen to something like this.
Right.
And listen to it heavily.
Right.
Right?
Right. Right. No, I'm listening.
You know, because, again, I fall back onto the jazz part of it.
Right.
Right? Jazz is cool, but jazz is usually typically not vibey. You know,
right.
Unless it's done in a certain way. But anyways, besides that, I would say no, it's not really a vibe thing.
Yeah, I give it, is it a vibrant thing? It's tough. I would say it's at the halfway mark.
Would you quit copying me, man? Stop that stuff, man.
I really need to go before. I really need to say shit before you because
you do, bro.
Legit, like it's at the halfway mark. There's a lot of poetry in this.
Oh, it's very poetic.
It's very poetic. It's very jazzy, and
it's almost like you're at a speakeasy.
it really has that, and I love it. And I love it for that. But it's also the same reason why I can't just rock with it at a heavy level for a consistent period of time. Right,
100%.
That's it.
100%.
That's really it.
That's what it is. All right, score time.
Right.
You go first.
I got this at a 7.
Mm-hmm.
I got this at a 7. I think, like, it's one of those weird things where all the boxes are checked except, right? And I feel like sonically, very well done. Messaging, very well done. Bars, out of control. Mm-hmm. Again, am I going to want to rock this on an everyday, as an album, just as an album on an everyday basis?
Even, dude, I'll even...
There might be 4 that I pick out in my vibey playlist.
Maybe.
But I'm going to go to this when I feel a certain type of way.
And you're not going to feel that way very often. I'm just saying.
In the day-to-day?
Yes. In the day-to-day, I'm not sure you were going to. I'm not speaking for you. I'm just saying.
Legit.
I'm just in general.
Right.
Right? Most people want to feel good. Right? And I'm not saying this is downers or anything like that. But it doesn't have that vibe to it.
Right.
I have it at a 6.5. I have it a little bit lower. I think it's a good album to a certain extent. Everything you said is true. My biggest complaints are it's a little heavy-handed. It's not something you want to listen to on a day-to-day basis. It's not something you want to consume constantly.
Right.
Is it good? Yes. I think people should go listen to this. The other problem I have, and it's not necessarily a problem, it is a little too poetry for me. You know, so whether it's nice, but it's not something I want to rock with all the time. So it's nice to hear this side of it, but I just don't want to rock with it all the time.
Understandable.
So 6.5 for me. You guys let us know what you guys think
let
about.
us know, because
please let us know what you think about this.
I know y'all are gonna kill us. I know this, or maybe you agree. Go, but go listen to the album.
Go listen to it. Go
listen to it. And if we were wrong, let us know. If we were right, let us know. If you don't give a damn, let us know. Okay.
Yep.
But you cannot say anything if it ain't all about what you heard. Peace.